Dear Journal, at the end of summer I told myself I would have 500 caches by the official start of winter. Now I can at last look back and laugh at my foolish hopes and dreams because, like this leaf caught in the clutches of nature's cycle, my goals have withered and fallen. Okay, I'm being dramatic. 443 finds. 500 was supposed to be my personal transition from geocaching neophyte to geocaching apprentice, and well, I just wanted to level up sooner rather than later. I was going to mark the occasion by recording some of the things I have observed, a journal's journal entry, if you will. Well, I mean, I'm still gonna do it right now. I mean, it's what you do in a journal, right? Observation. Geocaching can be sexy. I'm always feeling post or knob ends or tips of one thing or another, or jamming my hand in some crevice or orifice. The game makes you a fondler. If you geocache, you are in fact a fondler now. You fondle this, that, and the other thing, and it's your hobby. Honest, Your Honor, the game made us this way. And don't get me started about plowing headfirst into someone's bush. The key is to not be bothered by any of this, you just roll with it. Remember though, if you ever have trouble getting a cache out of a gaping hole in a tree, do not remind yourself of what that whole goatsy thing was from way back. If you don't know what that is, I advise you to not look it up. That's G-O-A-T-S-E. Number 2. We're doing numbers, by the way. I have learned that due to the variety of puzzles and multi-stages out there, you must allot a decent chunk of time to standing around entering coordinates and checking maps, or researching things online like what the atomic number of zinc is, or what year Snappy Smurf first made an appearance on TV. And I don't know how much time other geocachers have spent scouring previous log entries for some morsel of a clue, but I do it quite a bit. This doesn't even touch upon the fact that you can spend extraordinary amounts of time looking at puzzles that everyone else is posting that they solved in a few minutes, but you're just staring at it going, what the hell? What is all this? Number 3. I just cannot look not suspicious. The more I try not to, the more I end up looking like I'm up to no good. I know I bring this up often, but I mean, this is the game of discreetly interacting with various size packages on public property, right? This is bound to happen. It doesn't help that I am inherently paranoid and fear having to red-facedly explain geocaching to some random person. Nor is it a boon to have what some might call a terrorist sleeper cell sense of fashion. Yeah, that's right, Johnny. Keep riding. Nothing to see here. Nothing at all to see here. I mean, I just wouldn't believe me if I asked me what I was doing and I explained geocaching to me. I would totally call the authorities on me if I wasn't me. I should let myself know that. Note to self, don't trust me. Number 4. If I had to estimate, I would say that I find 65, maybe 70% of the caches I set out to find. The only way to raise this percentage to increase your geosense is to persevere and find the hard ones. Keep looking. This fake rock got turned over. Probably not what the cache owner intended. Bad for them, good for me. Then again, sometimes you get lucky in the form of, as I stated earlier, scouring the entry online and someone from like 18 months ago inadvertently left a clue on logging their find, like, glad I had a tall person with me. Thanks, GeoGeorge 1994. Or maybe there's a spoiler pick. I mean, spoiler picks in the logs are outrageous, except when I use them. But otherwise, I spit on them. Too into spoiler picks. Seriously though, it's just nice to find ones that other people have put thought into without having to get help. It's really the only way to learn what lengths some people will go to for a decent hide. Number 5. My last observation, possibly my greatest so far, stems from this tidbit. Alright, camera engaged because I might fall down the hill, and we all know that if you're making a video and putting it on YouTube, you best capture any opportunities you can where you might slip and hurt yourself. Okay, alright, not that. That's just a general YouTube observation. My geocaching observation is this. I've spent
many a moon trying to figure out this crossword puzzle, because in it are the clues to find this cache. Difficulty 4, terrain 4. We'll see about that. Yeah, spent a lot of nights trying to do this crossword puzzle. I don't really like crossword puzzles a whole lot, but I found his hidden clues. And I want the satisfaction, the little rush of endorphins from finding the cache. That might sound weird, but I'm sure a lot of geocachers feel that way after a perplexing or vexing cache search or puzzle. Then you find it.
That's right, Journal. My observation is that I'm addicted to what I can only describe as Geocrack. The greater the difficulty in hide, puzzle, or terrain, the greater the neurochemical release. Geocrack. This geocache has high numbers, so I should catch a nice buzz from finding it.
Alright, somewhere around here. I'll leave the camera on to share with you my completely unscripted response to finding the cache.
You want my response to finding this cache, Journal? Well, here it is. I didn't find it. I mean, I looked pretty hard. Isn't that somehow funny, Journal? I think I'm going through some withdrawal here. I probably spent 4 hours over the course of several nights with the whole crossword thing, over an hour traveling to and fro, and an hour mucking about in this park in the sleet. I have nothing to show for it. I should have just heeded a lesson from myself from an earlier entry. Always make sure your caching information is up to date. It turns out the owner had to move the cache, so instead of focusing on my short-term goal of 500 finds, I obsessively came back another day with the updated coordinates when there was no snow cover. Well, not that mattered.
Ah.
Nothing like a flight or fight adrenaline rush while looking for your Geocrack fix. Anyway, there were coordinates written on those there chimes, and a half hour and a quarter mile away, ...
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, that feels so good. That's the cache, right? Yep. Yeah. Lots of geocache. Oh, such delicious crack. Alright, well.
Well indeed, Journal, well indeed. You can see why I have trouble hitting my numbers. I spent too much time chasing the Tupperware dragon, freebasing on puzzles and high favorite points. Not enough time hitting power trails and doing things to boost the numbers. Oh well, I'm having fun. Did I ever mention that? That's probably important to add. I'm having fun. I'm having fun with Geocrack.